106.7 Lite FM.
Hey, it's Bob and Christine, extra special guest in the studio with us. Bob, I'm surprised you were able to stay on your side of the board.
It's early. It's
I
early in the
know
day.
it. Look who's joining us today.
Hi.
Jennifer Lopez.
How
Good
are you?
morning.
Good morning.
Great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
You look great. You look
Oh,
just
thank
like you
you.
do on TV.
Thank you.
You know, it's like, wow.
I always, it's so funny when I was growing up, whenever I saw like a celebrity and if they didn't look like they did in person, it was such a letdown. So I take that as the biggest
It
compliment.
is true.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
not, I mean,
You know
I'm
what I
just.
mean?
So,
I think our whole goal in life is to look like our Instagram photos.
Yeah,
You know? It's
yeah.
like
to start with
Like
that.
we have 12 filters on our face.
Yeah, the
Yes.
hair is amazing too.
Thank
I mean,
you. Thank you.
on
We
point.
can change it every day, and that's the fun part.
Would you have a problem if your fiance borrowed your shampoo and stuff? Like her boyfriend always grabs
he's
her
into my
product.
products.
Oh, yeah. By the way, men are.
Yeah.
What is up with that? Not me.
Not you at
no,
all?
No.
No, he wants my eye cream. He wants my face cream.
Yeah, everything.
Boyfriend, not
What
me.
is that you're putting on your face? I want some of that.
Yeah, never used this
Alex
stuff
is like
before,
that too. Yeah.
right? But now
Yeah.
I've discovered this whole new world.
This
Beauty
whole-
products.
yes.
It's nice having a moisturized face.
Yes. Not being crackly dry,
Yeah.
and
Like that.
oily or anything. Yeah.
He's like a great dresser, right? So, you know, does he ever bum around the house? Because
Oh yeah, we
all
are.
right,
We both.
I just need to know that.
We both are bummy. At
That's good.
times.
Yeah, you have to be.
Of course.
Can't always be like that perfect
No,
all
no.
the time.
No.
When is downtime for you? Because you have so much going on.
You know, on the weekends when we get home at night, you know, right away we say we're getting in our comfies. Let's put on some comfies and like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we can't wait to
Netflix
get
and
the
chill?
Yeah.
You got that going? All
Take
right.
off the suits and the heels and the hair and everything and just chill.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to do that.
Yeah.
So, you're so super busy. We're just going through, okay, she's doing World of Dance
Right.
on ABC.
Yes.
She's got a movie.
Yes.
Oh, and by the way, we have a new album on top of this, a new song, or is there
New
just,
song?
are you going just
We have
the
a
single?
song. I am going to be making an album for my
Okay.
next movie, which will
Oh.
be together.
Okay.
And so I'm excited about that.
Wait,
So-
so another movie
Yeah.
besides this movie
Yes.
that you're
Yes,
shooting
yes,
right
yes.
now?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Which is
That'll be later
Hustler,
in the year.
right?
We're shooting Hustlers right now.
Yeah.
And then later in the year, I'll be shooting another one where I'll be doing an album and a movie. Yeah.
And you're going to squeeze in a tour.
And a tour in between.
Okay, I'm going to wear you out. Sorry.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
should-
Wow. Let's start
One
with
thing
the
at
new
a time.
song, though, because I've
Yeah.
been playing. I love the video.
Thank you.
Which is, it's super cool. You got to make sure you can see this anywhere on iTunes. I just heard.
It's like number one.
Number one.
on
yes, it
right.
went number
Yep,
one. Yeah.
yep.
Nice.
Wow. Where do you go from number one? Holy cow.
Number one.
Now we need the song to go number one.
Yeah, it's just a great song. It's called Medicine. So where'd you film this?
We filmed this in LA
Okay.
on a sound stage. You know, the idea was to have like this all white, black and white carnival.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you think of a carnival and you think of like bright, vibrant colors and like, you know, I think of Carnival like in Brazil or like, you know, when you go to a carnival and it's like all primary colors and stuff like that. So we were like, why don't we just make it all white? It was the director's idea. And I was like, She was like, it'll be very chic.
Very chic.
I was like, okay, let's try
And
it.
you're wearing a cowgirl hat.
You know.
I mean, you rock it. You're right.
Giving you
Not much
Tejano
else, but
vibes.
that's
Tejano
okay.
vibes. Yeah.
Not much else. But, you work out hard, so you can do
Yes.
whatever you want.
Oh, wait. This is like all next level because you've been posting a lot about your workouts for
Yes,
this movie.
I have.
Oh
It's
my
been
goodness.
it's been a journey. You know, when I found out when I accepted to do this movie and came onto it, I was like, okay, I want to do something. I want to do something different with my body that I've never done, and it was a challenge. Because I've kind of done the same thing.
Well, what workout
most
did
of my
you do?
life. I change it. I change my
Well,
workouts.
dancing.
and
Well,
stuff.
now
You did like the low sugar
whole
thing. I know that.
six-pack.
But
No
Going
sugar,
on, yeah.
no carbs. We did, and then it's just like
how many hours
I've been
a day are you
lifting, which
working
I've
out?
never done before, really.
Yeah. How many hours were you working out a day?
I do 3 days a week.
Okay. It's doable.
As far as the lifting goes, and then I supplement that with some other stuff and
Mm-hmm.
cardio and things like that.
you must have a good coach.
I do.
In your
I think it's
fiancé,
not
too.
about
It's not Alex?
working out.
Yeah.
You guys work out together. Look at the arms.
twice a day and spending your whole life doing that. That's not. I don't have time to do that.
No.
So when I get in the gym, it's like I have an hour.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you go
So it
hard.
has to be like, let's go. And we do that. And then I get back and I get to the rest of my day. I can't spend all my time working.
No.
I know people are like, oh, just 10 trainers and all eats like this and, has
Yeah.
nutritionists and chefs. And I don't.
And you're a mom.
No, I'm a
Let's not
mom
forget.
and I work
Yeah.
and I have a lot of jobs. And I have to be efficient about my time and how I do things. And I have to be responsible.
Yeah.
I have to make the right choices when I eat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
Nobody
whatever
can
you're
do
doing,
that for me.
It's working.
So,
Definitely working. So
Yeah.
Hustlers is a movie that's with Cardi B and Constance. Is it Constance Wu from?
Yes, Crazy Rich Asians.
Love that movie.
Yeah.
She
Really
was
sweet
the.
movie.
Was she?
She's the main girl.
The main girl.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, Constance is it's Constance, myself, Keke Palmer, Lily Reinhart, Cardi B, Jeezy's doing a part in the movie. It's nice. It's a nice cast. Usher's gonna make a little appearance in there.
Nice.
Yeah,
And so you're, well, we'll say exotic dancers.
I am. We're
Right?
We're dancers.
And now you're going to pull a caper on Wall Street. Is that what?
Yeah, it's actually a really interesting story of how these girls, in a time of desperation when the market went bad in 2008, how they had to kind of find a new way when everything went bad, and they wind up taking advantage, I guess, of the people who are taking advantage of them. You know.
So, they're exotic dancers. Is this a comedy or is it an
No,
action?
it's not a comedy.
Like
It's a real slice
Okay.
of life movie,
Yeah.
delving into a world, kind of an underground world, like when Goodfellas dived into the mafia.
Okay.
And you got to see what it was really like.
Interesting.
It's like that.
That's right. Wall Street, right? I mean, that's where.
It's Wall Street. It's the strip clubs. It's that whole world.
Wow.
A little bit like Wolf
Lifestyle.
of Wall Street in a way. Yeah.
Right.
You
Same
bonding
type
with
of feel.
anybody in particular?
All of them.
Yeah.
All the girls are my girls.
Yeah.
I love that.
Because I'm kind of the mama bear to all of them.
Aw.
So it's kind of fun.
Well, you are a mama, so we want to
I
ask you a
am
few
a mama.
mom questions. Okay.
Oh, right, because we're closing in on Mother's Day.
Okay.
Right. All right. What
Are we
lessons?
already?
We
Yeah.
are, yeah.
But that's not for you to worry about. They have to worry
That's
about
okay.
Mother's
That's
Day.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's someone else's job. All right. So some of the lessons from becoming a mother that changed you from when you were just out there on your own. Like
When
how
I
has
was
it
just out
changed?
there on my own, and just as everybody, right? You're like
Yeah.
so selfish. You're so thinking about only your life.
Right.
And then you have kids, and I had twins. I had these two little babies, and it became all about them. I was like, okay, what am I doing? My life is them. Like,
Right.
how do I raise them right? How do I do everything? And also your perspective on the world changes. Like, you really think about, how do I want this world to be? Because they have to live in it.
Mm-hmm.
And how do I make it better? How do I become better?
Right.
That was another thing. Like, I realized, like, you have to do better. You have to do better in every way. Like, as a person, at work, you have to keep growing,
And you have to
evolving,
keep
you
them
keep learning,
grounded too,
can't-
right? Because
Yes.
their mom,
Yes.
isn't the average mom.
No, their
let's
mom
be honest,
isn't the
right?
average mom, and I grew up very average,
Right.
and so that's a whole different thing. And I just hope that by my example, by being a good person, by treating people in the right way, by working hard, by realizing them seeing that's how you can have a good life.
That's right.
That you have to earn things, that nothing's given to you.
Well, you worked hard as a kid. I mean, we know
and
that.
I work hard
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm hope rubs off.
They see it.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah.
Advice that you'd give to parents to be?
Advice?
Yeah.
Don't give advice to parents. Everybody hates it when they're pregnant. Everybody's like, "Oh, just say that you got to do this. You got to." Nobody's like, "Please don't tell me."
My daughter just had a baby 2 weeks ago, and she's in Florida, and she would pay mom to fly down. So I mean, it's a big change.
At
And she would.
first,
Yeah,
it's
right?
scary. Yeah, I wanted my mom around in the beginning too. I was like, okay, what? And I had twins, so like one would cry, then the other one would cry, and
how
I
you do
want to jump out the window. I was like, what do I do right now? I don't know how to handle
Yeah.
this. You can't cry at the same time. You cry. Stop.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So how do you balance it all? How do you get some family time in there with all your projects?
Yeah, you have to carve out time for it. You have to carve out time for it. It's just like anything, like any working mom or dad, you do your work and then you carve out your family time. You try to do special things and you try to do things together when you have the time, because we work like everybody else works, so.
Do you, going back to, because I can remember in Living Color, which was an awesome show back in the 80s, 90s when you were a Fly Girl, just a phenomenal dancer. That's how you started.
Yes,
So,
I'm a dancer first.
well,
I
can
think.
anybody dance? Because I know I can't sing and I
No.
can't dance. I mean, can anybody be trained
I think
to dance?
dance is the one universal thing. Everybody can dance.
Okay.
And you can always get better at dancing. I think you get better at everything, but really dancing is a universal. It's like the biggest.
Right.
Alex always says it's the biggest sport in the world because everybody loves it and everybody can do it.
Yeah.
And I feel it doesn't matter. Like, you don't have to dance
I step
great.
on my wife's toes, though. When we
Yeah,
do
but
the
you don't
slow
have to
dance,
dance great.
I
You
just
can
do the
just
circle.
dance for enjoyment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
I'm good
great.
solo, but
That's good.
together is where I struggle. So I need the coaching on that.
You got to really pretend nobody's looking.
Right.
That's the only
Right.
way.
You gotta not care. You gotta
Yes.
not care a little bit to be a good dancer.
I loved you on the Elvis Special.
Oh, thank you.
About a couple of months ago,
Thank
you
you.
came out and rocked it. So why?
Yeah.
That's a project you could have said no to. Why
Yeah.
did you want to do that?
You know, Ken Ehrlich called me and said they're putting together this special. It's the Elvis anniversary. What do you think? And I was like, all right, let me listen to some songs. And we heard Heartbreak Hotel, and I was like, I think I could do a take on
You
this.
did.
Let me see what I can do. And it usually is about, like, creatively, does it make sense for me?
But it was different.
And I was a big fan of his music, so.
And it was a different, obviously, it's Elvis.
Different,
It was
but
different.
people don't see me like that. If
no,
you don't go to
but
my
you were
shows,
wailing on it.
but
It
if
was
you don't go
great.
to my shows, you don't know really what
Okay.
I do. So it's a surprise.
Is that an invitation?
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, please.
Well, that's right. You're
We'll
gonna
be at the Garden.
Yes,
yeah.
you're gonna be a mess. So it's kind of like a homecoming.
Yes,
Right.
and I haven't performed at the Garden maybe in
How awesome is that?
20 years.
Really?
Yeah. My
Oh,
first
wow.
first
Okay.
show ever was at the Garden, and I performed there maybe 1 or 2 times after that. But I haven't been there in a while.
You could do like Billy Joel. You could just park it there and do like
true.
once a month. You could.
Yeah, they should do residencies there.
They do. He does. He's like Billy. Oh, he's again tonight. All right, fine.
Yeah.
But that's huge for you coming from the Bronx
Yeah,
to
yeah.
be there.
July
I'm excited.
12th and
I'm excited
13th.
about it.
At
Yeah.
the Garden, yeah,
What-
the
what
Prudential
dates
Center. So you're at the Garden, July 12th and 13th.
Okay.
Prudential Center, July 19th, and tickets are available online.
Okay.
Just get important information out there.
Yeah, right.
Are you missing Vegas because you were doing Vegas for a while?
It's funny. I couldn't wait for it to be over because I did it for 3 years, and then when it was over, I'm like, okay.
Were the kids
kinda
with you
miss
in
this.
Vegas?
No, we go back and forth. I
Oh,
only did
okay.
40 shows a year.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't only. I mean, we'd go 4 times a year, approximately, and do 10 to 15 shows each time we
Right.
went. Depending.
Do you
those are
have
workouts.
Some of
Yeah,
those
it was a workout
I
for me.
know.
dancers,
From you.
and are those people with you right now? Or yeah,
No, they're in LA. I'm here filming the movie.
okay.
I am like planning the show, like logistically, set list, working on the music, working on what it's gonna look like, what the theme is gonna be. We're working on all of that, right? Set
Yeah.
design, all that kind of stuff. Costumes, working on constantly. And then when I'm done with the movie, I'll just like go straight there, and I'll have they'll be ready for me. They will have rehearsed
Right.
weeks before I got there, and then I'll kind of drop in, and I'll
Then you're still
change
doing
everything.
right?
I'll change everything, and then
Wow.
and then
You'll
we'll
tweak
go
it.
out. Yeah,
And World of
tweak, we'll
Dance is
tweak.
on, right?
World of Dance is on right now.
ABC, 8 o'clock.
Yes.
Or excuse me, on NBC.
NBC.
My bad. Cut
Yeah.
that in editing, please.
Yes.
I don't know how you find time for that. Is that just out of pure love because you love to see young people do it?
I
I
do.
can tell.
The idea for this show was like to do something for dancers. I started out as a dancer, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
And they just don't get the credit that they deserve. They don't. They work so hard. They give everything kind of to their art, their craft. They do, and they're so passionate about it. There's nothing like dancing. Like
Okay.
you said earlier, there's
Yeah.
nothing like dancing, and I just wanted to do something, that gave them their own spotlight and some money.
And you're
'Cause they
gentle,
also
too. All right,
don't get
so-
paid a lot.
Looks like we're getting the
I know.
wrap up. We are the wrap up. Can I ask you
Wrap
one
up.
quick question? Christy and I talked about this today. The number one celebrity that people want to have a beer with is Betty White. Okay.
Wow.
Betty White. The other
Wait a
options
minute.
were Bill Gates, Oprah.
What demographic is
Gaga,
this?
Gaga, and
that
who
was
was the
it.
guy?
That was it. Oh, Denzel Washington.
Denzel Washington.
We're thinking they get a list. Like pick one.
Yeah. So
But
who are you
those were
gonna
the
pick to have a
names.
beer
Those were
with?
the names that were
Yeah.
tossed at them.
Wait, say it again.
Gaga, Oprah, right?
Yeah.
Denzel, Betty White, and Bill Gates. Who's
Yeah.
your beer with?
I would probably do Bill Gates.
Me too.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, you guys
Yes,
got a date.
that's what I said because
Yeah.
we're always looking at the future,
Let's
Jennifer
get some
and
ideas.
I. Right. Okay. You're awesome. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you
Thank
so
you guys.
much.
You guys are great.
The new
The song-
song, Medicine, incredible. So
Thank you.
Thank
It's number one. Check it out,
Yeah,
guys.
thank you.
Thank you.